This episode is the A team. We're taking all 3 A batches that I have and we're seeing which one is the best. Welcome back to Barrels and Bark. I'm Zach. Thank you for tuning in. So let's jump right in. I have A124, I have A123, and I have A120. Again, I know my A120 is pretty low here, but I have these 3 A batches that I want to see which one comes out on top. We're going to battle them together, blind them. I've poured samples. My wife has mixed them up. I'm going to see which one and rank the best of these bottles right where we're at. And I threw in one extra one, another Heaven Hill product, their Bottled and Bond, just to see where it ranks in these A batches. All right, let's jump right in here and start to smell these. Number 1. Okay. Again, good Elijah Craig smell. I get some fruitiness, caramel, little oak. It's not super strong ethanol or alcohol burn, but nice smell. I get some of that black cherry smell. Good smell here. Let's go to glass 2 here. All right, this one's a lot nuttier, a lot spicier, a lot more stronger vanilla. Yeah, this one's really good. Let's go to glass 3. All right, this one's, out of these 2, has the weakest smell. It's not as strong, not as potent. Definitely get oak, nuttiness, a little bit of fruit. I get more of a, like orange or citrusy, orange peel. Maybe a little like peaches and cream type smell. Okay, let's go to glass 4 here. Okay, this one's very similar to the first one there, just with that brown sugar, some of that caramel, oak, some spice in there. Get a little bit more of that black cherry fruit smell. Okay, again, all 3 of these, all 4 of these actually, are all have a very similar smell. Glass 3 would be the weakest smell. Glass 2, again, a little bit not as potent, has a little bit more of the citrus, and then glass 1 and 4 have some similar fruity black cherries. So, all right, let's jump in here and sample them now. Glass 1. A lot of oak and spice up front. And it rolls into kind of that sweeter vanilla, brown sugar. Some of that nuttiness comes through. Again, a lot more spice, a lot more. I get some citrus in there. Not superly sweet. Definitely has that oakier side spice. Okay, let's go to glass 2. Okay, definitely a lot higher proof burn. A lot more alcohol kick there. You get a lot more sweetness up front there. It rolls into that very creamy caramel sweetness up front, and then it rolls into that kind of kick, citrus, spice, oak, burn. It hangs on here, like it's hanging on a long time here. Great finish. Yeah, definitely a jump up from glass 1 with flavor and punch there. Let's go to glass 3. Okay, man, glass 3 has a way better mouthfeel, way more oily, sweet. You get a lot more. I get the peaches, vanilla ice cream, rolls into a little bit of spice. Again, not as strong a punch alcohol kick as this second glass, but great finish, great oiliness, great thickness in it. Has a lot of vanilla there with a little bit of that fruit, peaches, maybe a little bit of that citrus. It's not like sour or tangy, but it's more of a creamy sweetness, kind of soft flavor there. So that one's really good. Great. The sweeter, the more I talk here, the sweeter it kind of rolls in the finish there. Let's go to glass 4. Okay. Glass 4 isn't as thick as the other 2, a little bit more thin. Definitely get more oak, spicy. I get a lot more, almost like a dusty peanut, sawdust, if that makes sense, which is really weird. Out of these four, right away, the Glass 4 definitely doesn't have a lot of the brown sugar sweetness. It's definitely more savory, has a lot more woodiness, it has a lot more nutty, dusty kind of flavors, leathery. Definitely doesn't have a lot more of that sweetness. It definitely stands out as the least sweet out of all four of these. So I'm gonna go back and forth, sample these, and then I'll order them in the rankings I have. All right, we've gone through these, we've smelled them, we've sampled them, we've gone back and forth. I definitely feel like there is a clear top two and a clear last place. So I went through these. Let's start with my last place. Number 4 glass was my last place. It had, again, none of these are bad bourbons. I don't think any of them are bad. They're just kind of based on your flavor profile and the mood you're in. But Glass 4 was definitely way more savory, had a brininess to it, had a sawdust, dusty peanut, oak wood flavor, just didn't have a lot of sweetness, didn't have a lot of finish on it. Just kind of really, out of all of these, was the one that I enjoyed the least amount. And so let's see what Glass 4 is. Wow, Glass 4 is A124. That is interesting. We'll get to that in a second here. So that's number 4, was my least favorite out of these. Let's go to glass number 1, which was my third. Again, like I said, number 4 was the least of all these. Then right next to it was glass number 1 in third place. It was just a lot thinner, a lot less flavor. I'm assuming this might be the Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond, just because it doesn't have the age like these other ones did. But that was glass number 3, third place for me, glass 1, which is, yep, Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond, exactly what I thought. Good flavor. It just didn't have, obviously, the years of barrel, doesn't have the barrel proof. These are all, sub hundreds. So doesn't surprise me that is glass third place. So my top 2 were back and forth. Again, glass 2 and glass 3, really liked both of them. Both of them had very similar flavors. Glass 2, for me, had too much ethanol. Just kind of came out too strong. A little bit more of that burn. Didn't feel like it had a little bit more harshness, what I would say. Again, great flavors. Both of these had long-lasting finishes, great, powerful punches of vanilla and sweetness and brown sugar, and had that citrus note that I really like. But glass number 2 would be my second place, which is A120, okay? A120. So that means my first place bottle that I liked the best was A123. There you go. First place, A123. Second place was A120. Third place was Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond. And then unfortunately, if you look at it that way, my last place out of the A batches was A124, this year's bottle. So there you go. Here's my quick review, battle of the A's. And hopefully these will stand out. Hopefully you can try these if you have any of those batches, blind them, see how it is. Again, none of these are bad bourbons. They're just based on kind of how you feel and what you're going for at that moment. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again next time.